So number 1, Joe did an experiment to compare 2 methods of heating up her coffee. The results are shown in the table below. Which statement best describes her results? Chuck, do you remember how you start this one? Daniel, do you remember how you start this problem? Good. You got to figure out how much they are changing by. So to decide if it's exponential or a constant rate, we got to figure out what they're changing by. So Gracie, from 50 to 55, how much does that go? 5. Haley, from 55 to 68. I should see calculators going. Y'all should all be figuring it out on your own. 13. And Ethan G, from 68 to 79. 11. Okay, so guys, this one went from 5 up to 13 and then back down to 11. So it went up and then back down. Okay, Daniel? That one's neither. If it goes up and down or down and up, if it changes like that, that's neither. Okay, if it goes up and then back down. All right, now we've got to come over to this other side. Dylan, from 50 to 75. Andrea, from 75 to 112.5. And Monica, the last one. All right. Constant. So what 2 of your answer choices are constant. Constant means the same. Constant means the same. So you would have the exact same number. So 25, 25, 25. Do we have the same number? No. So it's definitely not constant. Okay? Is it getting bigger and bigger and bigger? Yes, that is called exponential. And is it method 1 or method 2 that's exponential? Method 2. So the answer is C. The answer is C. Okay. Number 2, which of the following situations would represent exponential growth or decay? Jesse, what word should I circle? Very good. A says Trevor has $100 in his piggy bank and he puts 15 in it each week. Chad, is that exponential or constant? That's constant. Good. He's putting the same amount in every week. Okay. B, Casey is going shopping this weekend and she has a coupon for 20% off her purchase at Bed Bath & Beyond. Ethan H, tell me about a coupon for 20%. Is that exponential growth or decay? No. Okay. Here's why. Because it's only one time. When you use a coupon, how many times do you use it? Once. So if you were putting that on a graph, that would just be 1 point. A coupon would just be 1 point. Growth looks like an up curve. Decay looks like a down curve. So that doesn't have the right picture. Okay. All right, C, Tina's on the cross-country team. She increases her mileage by 3 miles each week. Monica, is this one exponential? C. No, why? Because it's what? Yep, it's constant. So it's going up by 3 every time. And D, Dylan's on the wrestling team. He's trying to get into a smaller weight class. He's losing 5% of his weight each week. So this one must be the answer. Zaria, which part of this helps clue you in that it's exponential? Which part? Chuck, help her out. Which part tells you it's exponential? The 5%. Losing 5% each week. That makes it exponential. Okay? Is that one exponential growth or decay? Decay. Good. Number 3, find a bank account balance if the account starts with $100, has an annual rate of 4%, and the money was left in the account for 12 years. Daniel, how do we start this one? Okay. So, Ethan H., how does the formula start? Keep going. Why do I put parentheses 1, guys? Because there's a percent. Parentheses and a 1. Okay, keep going, Ethan H. Very good. Okay. Chad, what is the question asking? Very good. Gracie, how do we answer their question? What do we have to do? Good. I want everybody putting it in their y equals. Thank you. Put it in your y equals. And Dylan, tell us what you get for the answer. All right, so it's $160.10. So you put in your y equals, and you're going to 12 in the x side, going down to 12. Why is 12 on the x side? Because it's years, which means it's what? Time. Good. All right. Next one, number 4. The population of a town is modeled by the function P of t was 11,000.85 to the 4/5 t, where t is the number of years since 2010. By what approximate percent rate is the population of the town decreasing per year? Ethan G., what should I circle? Very good. Good job, Ethan G. Everybody circle that. That's what this one is asking for, the percent rate, the percent rate. Jesse, how do I get the percent? Very good. So 0.85 caret to the 4/5. Then what next? Minus 1. And then times by 100. Andrea, what are you getting? How many people got 12%? How many people got 12%? All right, very good. Why was it negative? What did you get, Daniel? Number 5. If the function f of x equals 2 to the x is replaced with f of x plus k, resulting in the graph below, what is the value of k? Haley, tell me one thing about this problem that I should note. You got a what? Okay, got to be really careful. Somebody tell me about this. You got to put it in parentheses and what? Put a 1 in front. Everybody do that on your paper. You've got to remember that. You've got to remember that. Put a parentheses and put a 1. 2 is not the y-intercept. Why can't 2 be the y-intercept? It's got an x with it. It's got an x with it. So you're going to put 1 on your graph. You're going to put 1. Chuck, what are you going to do from the 1? What am I going to do from here? I got to count. Am I going to count up or count down? Count down. This is my old one. So I count the blocks. 1, 2, 3. And is it positive 3, Chuck, or negative? Negative, because I went down. I went down 3 blocks. So that's your answer. Negative 3. Questions on this one? Jesse, you got negative 3? All right. Number 6. Clara and Michelle's parents started saving for college in 1998. Clara's parents started with $2,500 and are increasing the investment by $500 each year. Michelle's parents also started with $2,500 and increasing the investment by 10% each year. If X represents the number of years since 1998, about what year will Michelle's college fund first exceed Clara's college fund? All right, Monica, tell me anything that I need to do on this problem. Good. So we'll start with Clara. We'll start with a y equals for Clara. Ethan H, help me with a y equals for Clara. What would I put? 2,500. Very good. Plus 500x. Good job. That one is linear. That one is linear. Okay? Haley, what would I need to do next? Okay? And Ethan G, what's the y equals going to look like for Michelle? Uh-huh. Very good. Okay. Gracie, what's the question asking? Very good. Jesse, what does exceed mean? Good. Gets ahead. Good. Bigger. Bigger than. Gets ahead of. Good. Okay. So exceed means to be bigger, or like Jesse said, get ahead of the other. Okay. Chad, how are we going to figure out when Michelle's college fund gets bigger than Clara's? What are we going to have to do? Very good. So we're going to put it in our y equals. My computer's frozen. Hold on. Y'all go ahead and type them in your y equals while you're waiting on me. So you should type in 2,500 plus 500x and 2,500 plus 1.10 to the x. Okay, so in the first one, 2,500 plus 500x and 2,500 parentheses 1.1 to the x. Okay, so who do we want to be bigger? Which one do we want to be bigger, Michelle or Clara? We want Michelle. Is Michelle y1 or y2? Very good. All right, so I'll look over here, y2. I'm trying to find when y2 is bigger. And it happens at 15 years. What'd you just say? All right, 15 years, and the answer is not B. What do you have to do with 15 years? Started in 1998. Got to add 15, and what do you get? 2013. All right. Does anybody have a question on this one? All right. Number 7, simplify. Parentheses 100 to the negative 1/2 to the third power. Chuck, how do I do a problem like that? You what? You type the whole thing in your calculator because it's all numbers. So in my calculator, I'm going to type in parentheses 100 caret key negative 1/2. Then I'm going to hit the over key, parentheses, caret key to the third. So I'm going to type it in exactly like they have it and press enter. And Zaria, I get 0.001, which is not an answer choice. What do I have to do, Zaria? What do I have to do on my calculator? I got to hit math, enter, enter. So you get 1 over 1,000. So the answer is what, guys? D, 1 over 1,000. Number 8, let f of x equals 3, parentheses 0.8 to the, it should say to the x power. Sorry, guys. Does your paper have to the x power? All right. And which of the following statements best describes f of x? Okay. Andrea, what can you tell me about the 3? What is that? What is the 3? Dylan, what else can you tell me about the 3? It's the starting value. Monica, what's the other word for starting value? Y-intercept. So the y-intercept is 3. That's the y-intercept. So I can mark out C, and I can mark out D, because I know the y-intercept is 3. Okay? All right, if you look at your answer choices, they have percents here. Is there a percent up here? Well, kinda. How do I get what the percent is? What am I going to have to do to get the percent? I have to do what? Subtract 1. To get the percent, to go backwards, to get the percent, you've got to subtract 1. So 0.8 minus 1 times it by 1,000. I'm sorry, times it by 100. What do you get? So what's the answer? A. So to get the percent, just like we did on that other problem, you have to put it in your calculator and minus 1. So the answer is A. Number 9, Mr. Lovejoy is currently trying to lose weight. He currently weighs 250 pounds, and his plan is to lose 12% of his weight each month. How many months will it take for him to weigh less than 180 pounds? Chad, how do I start this one? Okay, Ethan H., what would my y equals look like? Very good. Ethan G., what's the question asking? Okay, so how do I figure that out, Ethan G.? What would I have to do? Very good. Put it in your y equals. So I want to see everybody doing that. All right, so go to my y equals. Clear both of these out. 250, parentheses, 1 minus 0.12 to the x. And always start back at 0. All right, Chuck, am I looking for 180 pounds? Am I going to go to 180 in the x, or am I going to look for it in the y? Very good. I'm going to look for it in the y. So, Gracie, how many months does it take him to weigh less than 180? 3 months. Very good. So right here, he's less than 180 right there. So 3 months. Questions? All right, number 10. Dylan, read that one. Good. Let me have Haley help me with the y equals rule. Good. Okay, on the quiz today, I'm going to be mean, and I'm going to count that answer wrong on the quiz. I'm going to count that answer wrong. So on the quiz today, you have to do the next step. Y equals 15,000. And you do 1 minus 0.06 to simplify it. What do you get? 0.94 to the x. So that it needs to be your final answer on the quiz today. Okay. Questions? All right, last one. In 2011, Travis deposited $4,000 into an account that has 4.5% interest. Which of the following is the correct now-next rule for this situation? Okay. All right, guys, the way I want you to approach this is I want you to write a y equals first. I want you to write a y equals first, okay? Chad, what would my y equals be? Uh-huh. Good. Okay, so I want you to write a y equals first. What do parentheses mean you're doing? Multiplying. So look over at your answer choices. Which answer choice can I mark out that's not multiplying? C is not multiplying. So I can mark that one out. Parentheses mean I'm multiplying. And if you simplify this, I'm multiplying by 1.045. That's what I'm multiplying by. Which answer choice says to multiply by 1.045? D. Okay.